We had a little technical difficulties right there, but we picked right back up in the middle of the action for New Japan. We got Kazuchika Okada taking on the Great Okan right here. We got Okan making his return to New Japan Pro Wrestling, I think after I want to say 2 years. And he was had his excursion. He was over in England. And it was weird because when the Okada and Ospreay match was happening, I figured Ospreay was going to get the victory over Kazuchika Okada in the block, but I didn't know by what means he was going to go about doing it. And the way he went about doing it, I can't say that I'm not a fan of that, because the way he went about it was really fucking great. And Great Okan making his re-debut was super impactful. I was like, all right, he's making an impact. And I've seen people maybe be critical of some of his ring gear and some of the mannerisms he does, but we got to remember this too. People were very critical of Evil when he made his re-debut in New Japan once again in 2015, because they're like, oh, who is this guy? He's got laser fingers. He's got all this shit. They were really critical of Evil. So, and we see what position he's at now. So, given that, Okada's undisputed position right now is New Japan's ace against a recent returnee. This match is almost certainly going to Kazuchika Okada. They're setting up for Will Ospreay and him at Wrestle Kingdom, I believe, maybe for the British heavyweight title. So, okay, what you say?
Yeah, first of all, it's definitely working, yeah?
You sounded good right there. Go ahead.
Cool. Yeah, I'm the same. I think Okada's going to win. Yeah, I enjoyed the Great Khan. Obviously, the G1 finals when he came back, that was really great. Called me really off guard. At first, I was like, wait, who the fuck is that? And I'm like, wait a minute, that's Great Khan. That was really fun. I don't know how I feel about Okan and Okada, as in, do I think it's going to be a good match or not? I don't. I know. I don't know. I got this weird gut feeling. But I am looking forward to Ospreay and Okada. Hopefully, it's not for the belt. I just don't think it needs the belt. I think Okada and Ospreay itself is just a special grudge match would be perfect. I think the idea of Okada being the British heavyweight champion would be pretty stupid. But yeah, Okada and Ospreay was probably at the G1 finals. Block A was probably one of my favorite. Not a lot of people talk about it, and they're probably top three. I'll probably put it as my second favorite match of the tournament. I love their chemistry. I always have. I remember being in Reading for their Rev Pro show, because Reading's about 45 minutes to an hour drive away from me. Literally, it was a show for about 200 people. It's on New Japan World. It was first. I've got AJ Liger in the main event, Skull, Tanahashi, and then it was fucking Ospreay and Okada, and it was just an absolute bomb. But anytime those two get in the ring, I'm gonna fucking love it. But yeah, I'm pumped, absolutely pumped for Okada and fucking Ospreay.
Dude, 100%. And I'm going to go ahead and agree with you. I don't think it needs the belt on the line. I think I'm going to agree. It would be kind of silly if Kazuchika Okada was the champion. In what world does that kind of make sense right now for him to be the British heavyweight champion?
Yeah, dude, what is he going to go fly to the UK, which is in lockdown, to defend the title in an empty arena? Yeah, come on.
It's like, yeah, Okada's not doing that. He's definitely not doing that. So I think that's going to be a grudge match between he and Will Ospreay. If they can somehow find some way to maybe get that belt off of him before, I wouldn't be mad at that either. I really wouldn't. I'd be like, okay, that's fine. But it's like, who would they put it on? Because he's already over here. But they're not going to put it on Zack Sabre Jr. right now again. So it's kind of like,
chuck it on fucking Tanahashi.
Oh,
chuck
God,
it on Tanahashi versus fucking Sonada or something. Just give me a throwaway match, but gives Rev Pro some fucking credibility at Wrestle Kingdom. Similar to what they used to do at Ring of Honor.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's a really good shout. Tanahashi, I felt he won the belt for like a little brief time already, didn't he?
Yeah, because didn't he beat Zack?
Yeah, that's right. He totally did beat Zack. I almost forgot about that. He was already the champ. But like, hey, put it on him again. Tanahashi's a good, nice guy to put the belt on. Why not?
Exactly, and it helps Rev Pro's credibility because they can post on their social media. We have the former race in Japan wrestling as our fucking champion. It gives Tanahashi something to do.
100%, y'all. So next we have, it's his first of two briefcase matches we have on this night. We have Kenta taking on Hiroshi Tanahashi for the IWGP Heavyweight, not heavyweight, the U.S. Heavyweight Championship right certificate right here. So Kenta, he finished slightly above Tanahashi in the G1 tournament with 5 wins and 4 losses. and he actually pinned Naito on the last night. So he's coming off pretty much on a roll here. Is Kenta coming off the G1? So Tanahashi standing in Kenta's way to get that challenge of John Moxley, and I'm not sure if it's going to be. I've heard it's going to be in Florida, but I presume that would probably be in Wrestle Kingdom, or it would makes more sense to be in Wrestle Kingdom. So I'm presuming that match will be at Wrestle Kingdom. So both of these guys are tied at 1 win apiece in singles competition. Kenta getting the first win over Tanahashi in his New Japan singles debut last year. This could go either way as well. I could see a face versus face match, but I ultimately think Kenta's going to be the one to take the belt off of Moxley. So I got Kenta winning here.
Yeah. This is a really tough one. My mind is leaning towards Kenta simply because of the fact they taped so many episodes of Japan Strong. And I watched New Japan Strong last week, and they're building up a Kenta versus David Finlay for the US contract. This was taped way ago. So unless fucking David Finlay beats him, what Tanahashi's going to be for the contract, and then New Japan Strong, who's not even got the briefcase, defend it against David Finlay. And they're quite good at building that. They're quite high on building that strong brand. That's why I think Kenta's going to retain, just for that reason. But like you said, I would prefer it if they did go to AEW and Kenta comes over, has a match at what's there's like a January or February pay-per-view, Revolution, whatever the fuck it was called this year, and you could start building a relationship that way. Because at Wrestle Kingdom, it's like, yeah, Moxie's come over. We've already seen that. We've seen Moxie in New Japan. I think it benefits New Japan more by having Kenta go over, because not only will that help AEW's ratings, because Kenta's taking voters and New Japan Pro Wrestling coming over, and obviously the WWE fans will be like, oh, that's another XW guy, which is great, so they'll check that out. But it's always 800,000 to 1 million every week, minus this week because of the presidential election crap which is going on. But it helps them to the TNT fans who may not watch New Japan go, oh wait, Kenta, he's fucking great. How do you watch this? Okay, on New Japan, you can gain quite a few subscribers from it. So I think it's great. I think they should be working together, because obviously AEW and the NWA and stuff, where the NWA title's being defended at the Full Gear Kickoff by what the fuck is called. So I would love it if New Japan, it's wrestling. Obviously, with some of the guys announced for the Super J Cup, you've got some guys from Impact, got some guys from Ring of Honor. I think as wrestling as a whole, dream matches from multiple promotions working together. I think it's this day and age is perfect for it. Help each other out rather than being everyone's enemy.
Yeah, it's like how it was back in the old territory days almost, and I like that. It's good to get back to that, to where we just don't have, even though you do have certain companies that are big, there's still a working agreement. So I'm down with that 100%. I think the companies working together is good for pro wrestling. It's good for business. So I'm all for that. You know what I mean? So it's like, hey, we can help each other out. It's not about one company being better than the other. It's about who can help each other out. And you could even get like a full Bullet Club invasion if you want to go that route with that EW.
Dude, literally could, because it's this simple. You could have Kenta fly back, right? Kenta doesn't need to be part of the World Tag League, whatever. You could have the guys who are already here in the US, or here over there in the USA. You can have the Guys of Destiny, Hikuleu, and you could have Kenta kind of just literally abruptly go into AEW. Fuck it, have Kenta on Saturday and fucking Moxie the world title.
Absolutely. That's okay, booking AEW. So y'all need to go ahead and put my man a check right there. But hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, but they could, obviously not at Full Gear, but they could quite easily have cost Moxley the world title, and you've got a big feud there, and you're establishing Kenta as a big star, which helps New Japan out, because then when he goes back, it'll be all the AEW fans will follow. And you can have, imagine you can get the Guerrillas of Destiny against the Bucks. That's something we haven't seen.
No, absolutely. And it's stuff that still kind of has some steam, and they could go to that route if they wanted to. So, yeah, I'm for that. I really am. So, next we got the penultimate match of the show, y'all. we have for the IWGP. I guess this is not this on the briefcase. It actually does say for the IWGP Heavyweight and Intercontinental Championship right certificate. So both of these belts are going to be on the line at the Wrestle Kingdom show, which is weird because I'm wondering because this is going to be Wrestle Kingdom is going to be a 2-night event once again. So I'm assuming the title match is going to be happening on the 4th of January. So I want to know. I'm kind of interested to what they got going for the 5th, but I guess that'll unfold once we get closer. So, man, we got
Yeah,
yeah. It's gonna be really weird to see what they're gonna do with that. Okay, so we got
it's super weird because oh man,
they need
yeah,
to move. They
like
should
before we
have
go into it.
they should have already. I know what's happened with this year is kind of maybe set plans back and kind of change certain plans, but they should have already kind of separated these belts by now because I don't think they should be linked together anymore. I think after no matter who wins, they need to be separated, and I think that's what might happen. But in the meantime, between time, we gotta have people challenging for those belts. And two of the guys we got Kota Ibushi versus Jay White. So Kota Ibushi became the third man, I believe. He joined Masahiro Chono and Hiroshi Tenzan to win consecutive G1 Climax tournament. So shout out to him right here. So a victory over Kota Ibushi during this past year's G1 for Jay White is what grants him this opportunity, and he got the right to challenge Kota Ibushi, which he actually went to him backstage when he won. He's giving him Zemas. They're talking. They're looking very engaging at each other. So, yeah, I have Kota Ibushi winning this. I would actually love an upset and love to see Jay White win, but that is highly unlikely because what we've known and what we've been told in past histories is the story last year coming into 2020 was Naito being the first double champion. That was the story. That story also started 2020 off with Kota Ibushi losing his briefcase opportunity at that same Tokyo Dome. So his story was in full swing right there. And I've told many people once Naito's story of him being the champion or double champion, once that is completed or has reached this apex, then that's the Kota Ibushi is literally the next story that they have to tell as far as somebody chasing the title because he's literally the only big one. He's won the IC title, but it was very brief. But he's literally the only one of these big four guys. Hell, you can even throw Tanahashi still in there again that has not won a heavyweight title, and he's got to win this briefcase match to even try to challenge for that. So I got Kota Ibushi.
Yeah, I got Kota Ibushi as well. But what if they do, Jay beating him, getting the shot on the 4th, and then they do kind of a number one contenders match with Ibushi and just fucking throwing out Tanahashi, where the winner of that match on the 4th gets to challenge for the 5th. But then that's not really fair because then they get the advantage because the guy's already defended the title the night before. So I have no fucking idea how they're going to work this out. But I think Ibushi's going to win. I'm such a fan of Ibushi versus Naito. I've loved every single one of their matches. They have a death wish when they wrestle each other. So I think that in front of I would say sold out, but COVID, so 20,000-ish. It's a great atmosphere. Hope it's loud clapping, and we get a banger of a Naito Kota Ibushi match.
Yeah, they're going to kill each other in the Tokyo Dome, and I think that's kind of just leads us into the main event right here. We got Tetsuya Naito defending his double championship belts against a man that's been a huge thorn in his side. Two guys have been a huge thorn in his side in 2020. Evil, and you might as well say Dick Togo as well, because like Evil and Dick Togo have been this mad crazy for Tetsuya Naito this whole year. He's been choking him with the garrote, man. Dick Togo, as I call him Shitty Dick, man. Like that's what I okay, but yeah, and this is a match that we're getting that I've seen a lot of people collective groan at, and I've even been one of the ones that was doing the collective groan myself because when we had the first match and Evil beat him, I was like, okay, understand why Evil beat him right here. It's fine. Definitely understand it. You need to establish that Evil is the next big bad because we didn't know when Jay White or any of the Bullet Club guys are going to be back. Understand that. You have Naito get his retribution back on Evil in this summer struggle in the Jingu Stadium, which I thought was kind of a nice cap to their feud for this year. I mean, of course, I'm speaking biasly, but I thought it was a nice cap because he did what he essentially needed to do as far as he made Evil be a top echelon guy because I don't know if a lot of fans realize this in New Japan. It's not really about how many times it is kind of about how many times you win it and like winning the title, but it's about proving to the fans that you've won the title already. So in the fans' minds, you can win it again. So that means you're already an established guy to them. So he's already won the title. He's won both the belts. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, Evil's already an established guy. He took the belt off Naito took the belts back off of him. My thinking is we're not going to touch the rest of the year because that would kind of be the smart play. You kind of want to, if you want to go back to that feud, it still kind of could be a little hot if you want to. But then when they matched him up immediately in the same block, I was just like, Evil's probably going to beat Naito, and then we're going to probably at some point. I didn't know they're going to immediately go into the title shot. I thought they're probably just going to have this Evil to say, oh, well, Naito's not a champ. Was I beat him? And I think that I thought they're just probably going to just sit on that, it's kind of for a little while. But they're going right back into this title match, and these Evil Naito matches have not been the best matches. The best one I think was the Jingo Stadium match, but yeah, Naito's got to retain here. We can't have Kota Ibushi going there against Evil on January 4th and the 5th in the Tokyo Dome. So I got Naito retaining, and I think it's pretty simple call. This is all about how the match is going to be and how it's going to be structured. So
yeah, and I hope it's a good one. Like yourself, I'm not looking for Ibushi and Jay. I'm just like, not really. We've seen it, and it's like this is your fourth big show tour of the year, and the main event is the exact same thing. Like obviously the finals was Sonata versus Evil, but in the B block finals you had Evil Naito, so you had the G1, you had the Summer Struggle, you had the Dominion, and now you also have the Power Struggle. It's like fuck me. Like if this was WWE, we'd be kicking off. So I think it's only fair that you do the same thing for New Japan. I think it's kind of safe. It's okay, we don't have to build much, especially considering not much made tape. You only had 3 shows from the Road 2 show actually made tape on New Japan, which
yeah, it's only like 3 shows.
But
so
yeah, that's a bit annoying, but it is what it is. It's just I don't really care, and it's one of those where I'll be waking up early in the morning going, all right, cool, because the show starts 8 a.m. my time. I'm working 2 to 11. So I might wake up 8 a.m. If she finishes at 10, I might go, you know what, fuck, I might get a couple hours nap before going to work and then just watch the main event on my break, because I don't really give a fuck. And that's no disrespect to Naito, no disrespect to Evil. It's just we've seen it a lot, and it's going to be the exact same match. And I thought, oh man, I hope there's some big swerve, I hope there's some big story, I hope there's a big angle coming out of it. But either way, hopefully we end the night. Hopefully we end tomorrow night knowing, for fuck's sake, we're going to get Naito and Ibushi, or they're going to swerve us and give us a... If he wins, he faces whoever at Wrestle Kingdom on night 2. I'm actually quite interested in that aspect, but when it comes to the actual match itself, I kind of don't give a shit.
And another one we didn't even think about here, it's a very high possibility that Jay White and Evil could win both of these matches, setting up a Bullet not even just for the Bullet Club, okay, but for both the titles. I think that match is big enough on its own to not include the titles, but I'm not putting it past New Japan to do that. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm like, okay, that's weird. I mean, at this point, I'm not even like, I think it's funny because you know how it was with Naito when, we come on the channel and like, hell, that was the joke. Like, hey, Naito lost again. That was the joke. So now I'm kind of like that now with Kota Ibushi. I'm kind of starting to feel sorry for him because I'm like, dude, y'all gotta have him. If he loses his briefcase, I'm just like, bro, do y'all like Kota Ibushi at all, or?
Unless they do Jay versus Evil, night 1, and then do say Jay and Evil win, then Jay and Evil wrestling them January 4th for the world title, 90 title, and then you have Naito says, look, I'm the 4th champ, and we should say, I won the G1, at least I should have a shot at least. I got screwed over by the Bullet Club. And then do Naito versus Ibushi, and then the winner faces the winner again, like they did last year, for first straps.
Shit, they could do that, man. I mean,
hopefully they don't. Hopefully we don't have 55 title changes and briefcase swaps and this, that, and the other. Hopefully it's just a straightforward Naito wins, Ibushi wins, and we just get a clean Naito versus Ibushi. And then you can have Jay White versus Evil on the second night. If they think that's a big enough match, maybe they put the world title match on night 1, which kind of doesn't have all the big matches, and then on night 2 you do Okada and Ospreay, you do Evil Jay, big grudge matches, and maybe chuck in a a tag title match in the junior heavyweights as well. But it's going to be really fascinating to see how they do that card. It really, really is going to be good.
It is going to be interesting, okay, because also we guys also have to take into account Evil has not been the most friendly guy in Bullet Club. He could try to cost Jay White his briefcase opportunity, and vice versa. So this could go kind of a few ways right here. And like you said, I don't get up for every show in the morning, and it just depends on what time it happens Saturday, because work is work, and your boy be tired. But definitely we'll try to get up for the main event on time on Saturday morning, then watch the rest of the show throughout the day. But yeah, Power Struggle should be pretty good. So looking forward to it. LK, my brother, thank you for coming on and doing this. Is there anything you want to say before we wrap this thing up?
Everyone go check out SRSWrestlingnetwork.co.uk. Links to all the podcasts that we have are all there. So go check that out. Like we said at the start, if you have a podcast you want to join, there's literally a link to just fill out a form and post your podcast in the form so I can have a look and obviously verify if it's a disgraceful show with lots of political opinions and racism and shit like that, then it's not coming on. But if it's a good podcast, you're like a good guy, good girl, then jump on the network and get some easy promotion and vice versa about working together. But yeah, everyone go check out I do a show as well, LK Wrestling on Spotify, Apple, Google, all those bullshits. Where I just cover everything. Literally, like I've done this week. I've done a Raw review. I did a 20 review. I'm just about to do Dynamite. I did the Dangerous Gate, the Dragon Gate show from November 3rd. Reviewing the today's Dragon Gate show tomorrow in the morning. I need to review Dynamite from last night. So I'm busy bee. Thanks for coming on. It'll be fun to catch up, maybe a Power Struggle review sometime.
Hell yeah, dude. Like, and I gotta fill out the application so I can start having my stuff get on there. I'm slacking
Dude,
on
your
that.
stuff's on there. I've literally put all your stuff. Dude, I've put every single one of your videos on there, man.
Oh, well, there you go. It answers my damn question. So, yeah, right there.
Yeah,
So,
literally, dude. Yeah, if you go to the podcast section of the site, on the side, if you're on web on the side, it will have categories. And there's an OK Wrestling category, an SOS Wrestling category, and a red leaf. And you click on it, it'll link you to every single one of your shows. And I've put them. So there's a graphic, and then there's the link to the audio.
shit, good brother LK, man. You heard it right there, y'all. Shit. So, my man LK taking the world back over, man. He back, man. He working hard, man. Shout out to my brother right here. He doing the damn thing. So, and this will not first in a while, but it won't be the last, damn it. So, y'all know what to do. Heard my homie right there on my end. Like, share, subscribe, all that great stuff, man. And yeah, Power Struggle should be a damn good show. And we'll holler at LK maybe about reviewing Full Gear, because I kind of want to look at that. So
Definitely a plan.
but till then, y'all know what to do. Tranquilo.